and welcome to more mobile gaming with me, Atomic Kitsune. We're recording for Pixel Paragons, and this will be a game of Splendor. Now, be aware I'm recording on my mobile, and the audio has also been recorded on my mobile, therefore we're not quite so delicious at the moment. Splendor is a game of acquiring gems. Let's play it with an extra ale. There we go. So you acquire gems, or I think you're like a royal jeweller or some kind of jeweller in medieval times. You are basically getting these gems here in the chip stack. Those will then go into your pool. Your pool is then used to purchase the cards when you have the correct number of gems. Those cards become a permanent addition to the chips you can use. So once I've got a red card with a ruby on it, I then have what is considered an infinite use of that one card per round. Well, not infinite, should we say. It doesn't expend itself when it's used. Some of the cards have points on, as we can see sort of the middle and the top rows there. Those all have points on them. Those will count towards your point total, and the total you're after is 15. That is the magic number, 15 points. So if you see in the top right there's a sapphire, that blue gem there. 5 points on its own. That's a third of everything we need to win the game. As we can see down the right hand side of the screen, we also have... yeah, make sure that's ready. We have the lords, ladies, kings, queens, and rich people who like us. Now, to get them to give their patronage to us, their points, we need to have acquired so many cards at the right time. So if we've got there, the bottom one requires 4 green, 4 red. Once I've got those, as a bonus action that turn, I get to claim her, as long as my opponents have done so before me. So what are we going to do? We get 3 picks per turn, or we could get 2 picks of the same colour. So I could go for that. Not going to do that, terrible idea. Or, because the stacks are sufficiently high, I think they have to be 4 or more, we could get 2 blue. Other options include reserving a card. That gains us one of the yellow wildcard chips, which means that that'll count as any colour we want. The reserve card is only ours to purchase, and no one else will be able to get that. But it does mean that, you know, we're losing a turn of collecting more chips potentially. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a white, because that's on all the ones on the bottom row. They're the easiest to acquire. We're going to get a black, because that's also prevalent on a lot of them there. And I think maybe a blue. Yeah, blue. What are we aiming for? There's 3 lords with reds on. The reds are definitely desirable. We should go for a blue. So we're going to end our turn there, okay? We're going second in the turn order here, as we can see. Our opponent's picked up white, blue, and a green, and the other one's got a black, blue, and a green. More blue, red, and white for that guy there. Okay. So what are we going for? Bear in mind their opponent will probably buy one. They will automatically take one in their turn, just because it makes sense. They've got all the chips. Whatever's taken is replaced by a new random card off the decks on the side there. We could also reserve a random card if we're feeling lucky, or have no other options. Get another black. You may notice that these chips, they're finite. People could actually have the entire stack to themselves and just hoard them. It's a good strategy sometimes, that. As you see now, if I take that one, it's highlighted to one of the ones in the bottom row, that sapphire there, with a blue line, meaning if I want to, I now have the option to buy that in a turn where I choose to do so. Buying a card takes up the entire turn, so at the moment I can't actually have that and have the chips. So we're going to get some backup plans, because there's a high chance of someone just screwing us over. Let's get a red one as well. We're going to end the turn there, see what happens. Hopefully next turn we'll purchase a card. The idea is obviously you're trying to build up with the cheaper ones into buying the mid-tier and then the top-tier cards, but there's different strategies you can try and get the lords. I think, do we want that blue? It's fairly cheap, it only requires 3. Everything else seems to require a lot more, so we're going to get that one. So there we go, as we can see, a little blue highlight there, meaning I now have a extra blue. So I have 3 blues there at the moment. 2 of the lords and ladies require a blue. We need green and red, really. Green and red's are where we're going to focus. So there's a cheaper one that's actually worth a point. We need 4 white for that. No one else has got white. Can we utilise our blues in any way? Or we've got a red. We need more white. So we're definitely going to collect more white. Do we want 2 white? We're going to get 2 white. That means with the option of the black one there, or in the following turn, maybe going for the red one worth a point. No one else has got the white. We're acquiring them. The diamonds, the white ones we're going to keep calling them, None of the lords require them though, but they are used to purchase almost every single one of the cards on the deck there. What are we going to go for? Do we want this black gem? Only one lord requires black. But again, for purchasing purposes, a lot of the cards do require it. I'm still savouring the idea of getting that one there. So we're going to get a white. Meaning we've got 3. We are missing 1. We could reserve the card to get a wild card. That'll allow us to purchase that one. We're also going to get a green. We haven't got any of those. A red maybe. Red's quite important in the scheme of things. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we've got there. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll be doing some more mobile recordings anyway, because, well, some people are just mobile gamers. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's got, like, you know, the very best £20,000 computer sitting around. Sometimes all you've got is an Android phone, or maybe an iPhone if you've got more money and sense. Nothing against iPhone users. I used to have an iPhone myself, just Android just seems to be just so much better for options and fiddling and tweaking. It's already back to our turn. Wow, we weren't paying any attention. There we go. So we're going to have a white there. We can afford that one, thankfully. We can hold up most 10 gems, so we're actually going to have to put one back. We could really get rid of a blue, maybe. We don't seem to need them quite so badly. We're going to get another red, and we're going to get a black. Now we end our turn. It's going to say you're going to have to throw something back, so let's throw a blue chip back. There we go. So we've got 10 chips again. The cards don't count towards our hand of chips. Yeah, so we're going to be doing some more mobile gaming, hopefully. Especially at the moment, because I am in Norfolk, and yeah, my computer is a potato. Potato computer will not let me record anything. It just slows down and goes meh. We're having that one, thank you very much. Cha-ching. 4 red. Okay, we can get another red and 2 black and go for that 2-pointer. But again, we don't need the white gems so much, but the points are very useful. Okay, what can we go for? It's good to acquire some of these other ones here. Red. I think, well, see, the problem is we're hoarding points and chips here. More white. I think we're going to go white. Black. Suboptimal turn if we do that, though. We can't get 3 chips. Red is in short supply as well, so do we get the one we can afford this turn, or do we reserve a card? I think reserving one might be a nice idea. What requires a lot of red? We need a lot of it. So I'm savouring one of these green ones at the top there. They're quite a good 3-pointer. We need to go mental getting whites to get that one that's 5 points. Same again for the 4-pointer. Blue. Do we go for the other one in the far corner? 7 blue. Haven't seen a lot of that one. We could end up reserving it. We could just go for the one which we know straight away. Should we get that? No. We're going to go for big point blues. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to reserve that, and that gives us one of the multicoloured chips. Good stuff. Yeah, so I'm on a holiday. I mean, it's been pretty nice so far weather-wise. We've seen some family. Evelyn, my daughter, has been to see her great-grandpa. Did we get that white there? We did want white. Well, we're reserving for that green, which was a lot of blue. Still no blues available yet. Do we want points? Let's acquire green. Enter. Good to get them all cheap. What else are we planning on doing in Norfolk? Well, I think we're going to go shopping later. Might go to one of the larger towns. There's a lot of nice places to visit and go for a walk around Norfolk. It's hardly the crazy Birmingham area that I come from, with loads of shops and all sorts of cool bits there, but there is plenty to do. And there's a fantastic little shop here called Beers of Europe, which have a website of the same name, and they have all sorts of delicious, tasty things. We're having that one, thank you very much. Ooh, 1 point. I'll be going shopping there to collect some rare beers. Hopefully they have one of my favourites, a smoked beer from Germany. It is delicious. If you like the taste of smoky meats and things, otherwise you probably wouldn't like it. It does smell like burnt. But yeah, they roast the hops or the grain. They roast something, they smoke it before they actually use it for brewing. Right, what are we doing? We've got 2 blues. We've got an extra one. We've got 3 blue there, 3 blue, 2 green. How can we utilise that for victory? We can't. We need more blues. We need another red and a white. So that one, that one, and we can acquire this extra blue here. Do we want to get a backup red? Well, we can't get a backup red, we've got a red. Let's pick something. Let's have the green. Let's hold on to that. So we're going to be going there, hopefully. I shall pick up some delicious, tasty things. And they shall be for consumption one night when I fancy a delicious beer. Yeah, so mobile gaming. I think mobile gaming's come along a long way. I mean, there were a few board games available a while back. Yeah, let's get that one, I think. That's like 3. We need one more, I think, of those to get that, Lord. Got the monopoly on those, more or less. The blues, very good. Need more green, though. Certainly need more red as well, but they're not turning up. Let's acquire some blues when we can for... We need 3 more blues. Who's holding all them? The top player at the moment, top left. Yeah, I mean, I got a few mobile games a while back. I mean, Humble Bundle actually did a board game bundle a while back, and further back they did another one. I acquired some for my phone then. I never really wanted to spend money in the Android, sort of the Google Play Store. Where are we going with these? I don't know. We need to get more blue, but someone's nabbed all the blues. What about reds? We want to get any reds? Get a white. They become useful. We can get a black then from there. Another black. And a green. Let's hold them. Yeah, and I was loath to spend money on those kind of things. I don't know, I didn't really value apps so much, but times have come when I've been sitting in the pub or I've been out, I've been on the bus somewhere. Do we want that one? I think we do. That's our 4th blue, isn't it? Do we want it now, though? No one else has got those. No, we don't want that one. It's tempting to get that one. Yeah, the mobile apps, having mobile apps available just for like a bit of a time killer. You're waiting on some mates, or I don't know, you've got it like an hour to kill, or you're on the toilet watching a PP break. That's finished, and you think, "Christ, this is taking a while. Let's go for a bit of mobile gaming." And those are your options. Oh dear, what are we doing here? We're trying to acquire more blue. We've already got 5 chips, so that's our 4th. Quite a few more. So we need 2 more blue to acquire the reserved card we've got. Do we want now? We buy that. We're using up some of our chips to do that though, and we're returning some to the pile. No, we want the blue, the black, and we'll have a red, just because we have to have some extra chips and not to waste the turn. We're also depriving our opponents of chips there. I mean, someone's obviously collecting blue for a reason. They got 5. Well, they've put some back now. Yeah, mobile games come along. I mean, there's obviously been loads of like, tower defense games and things available. 72 blues. Give up the blues. Stop holding them. It's my job. Oh, we don't want white. We want red still. There's not many reds either. Do we wish to reserve another card? I think we're going to reserve that one. Enter. There we go. Need a lot of black for that, I'm afraid, and there's not on the table. There's a black one there, but if we use that, we're going to be using up some of our precious blues, which we need for our reserved card. That one, however, we will have. Enter and black. 3 blacks we've now got. We didn't use up any of the blue stocks. Good stuff. We can acquire more chips now as well. What do we want? Yeah, and the mobile games, I've seen better games progress and appear, and I've started spending money on mobile games. There's plenty of them available out there now. And some of them are really good quality. I mean, some of them are even better than, say, like the board games I've played before, if we're talking about board game apps. There's more interactivity, more things going on. Sometimes it's just the case of like some games involve like hundreds of cards being shuffled and the game just does it for you. And you're like, yeah, thank you very much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need that blue. We're going to get black. White. Do we want the white? Yeah, enter. Right, we're going to have to chuck some back though. What are we getting rid of? Red. Greens. We took the white back. We didn't actually need it, but we're forced to pick 3 to enter, I think. So in our turn, what are we going to get? We're going to get a 4-pointer, putting us in the lead, giving us a green, 2 greens. We need another green after that one, though. Back to us. Now, what do we want to acquire? We want to acquire that, the green. big 4-pointer. Very good for us there. 3, 4. We need another black, really, to acquire that one, don't we? Okay, what do we got? Black, red, greens. We're kind of missing on that one. The blue, the green, and the red. That's what we're after. We've got a black. We've got a red one reserved, but it requires one more black. Do we reserve another card? Or do we purchase something that gives us black? Well, we can't do that yet. We need another blue. Do we reserve the black? Yes. So we'll purchase that using the random extra chip maybe, or do we want to use the red to get it? We can get that later on, it's not terribly difficult to get hold of. We're also hoarding chips. So is our opponents actually. So we're going to acquire this one here. Red. There we go. So that puts us on 2 reds. Oh, there's a red there, a cheap red we can afford without even having to spend anything. Will our opponents get it? No. So that's our 3rd red. We need the green after that one. What's more likely to be purchased by our opponents? We have to be careful. Obviously, if they get to the magic number of points, then we could be in trouble. Blues and reds. Who's got blues and reds? Bit of a mix between both of them. I'm going to get the red. Puts us in 3. We need the green one now. We could acquire a lord early. I don't think our opponents can do that quite yet. No, they're very interested in getting the black ones. Very interesting indeed. You can simply win this game just by getting points off the cards rather than having to faff around with other things. We're getting the green. Thank you, please. We'll have that lord there. Puts us in 11 points. We're getting close to the win. Our opponents are a bit far behind us. And clearly, when you're playing against human opponents, this game gets a lot more difficult. They all start deliberately pop blocking you. But the AI in this game, you can vary. There's just, you know, opportunist ones that are just a dick to you, all that kind of thing. Now, what do we want? We've got 3 green. We've got 3 red. We've got 1 black. We could go for the other lord. Let's do it. So we need 1 more black to get him, which we can't quite acquire, I don't think. No, we need white to get the other black on the table. Or another blue for our reserved card. Well, we can acquire that blue. So there we go, we've got that one. In our next turn we can purchase that. Let's make sure we've got some other options available for us though, because that's not going to secure us enough points. That'll put us on 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's good, that's a win. But they still get to play the rest of their turns potentially. So we need to maybe secure some extra points. If we can do it. Depends how well they're doing. Obviously me rushing there is great, but if 7-pointer there has something up his sleeve. Let's get a black. And anyone hoarding, well, we'll have a white because they're hoarding white. Maybe they need that extra one and they're desperate. So we'll see if we can afford that. If we can get that black this turn, we've secured our 15 points by getting the other lord. Maybe they'll get it before us. They're on 10, there we go. So here we go. Here's the big playoff. We're going to purchase this. Allows us to get this lord. 15 points. Game will go 15-pointer. Play your last turn. I don't think they're going to win. You can't get that many points for that player on 5. The 10-point would have been good. There we go. Victory. A splendid victory indeed. Check out that fat score. Yes. Brilliant. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been another mobile game. Like, subscribe, share us as well if you like what we're doing. Comment in the feedback as well. We'd like to hear some more of you guys, because some of you have had some quite positive feedback. Other people have been, your fat face is covering the screen, please reduce the size of your face cam. And then we were like, yes, that's a good idea, we shall do that. Yeah, so like, subscribe, share, comment on the videos, and keep consume our videos. Thanks for watching, guys.